Hey PodKento fans out there, as you can tell the camera quality is because I'm using my front facing camera to make this PodKento. As you can tell by my surroundings, I'm in my car and I'm in a garage, and the reason for that is I'm in transitions of two classes. I am now dubbing January 14th, 2014 Kento Goes Crazy for Health and Fitness Day, minus the really bad lunch I had in the middle and the bad breakfast I had at the beginning. Okay, close enough. So here's the deal. Today was my day off from work that I requested off for my doctor's visits, and I also crammed in a bunch of exercise, and I'm actually, as I mentioned earlier, in the middle of two exercises. Started off this morning seeing a dermatologist for the first time, because if you haven't noticed from previous podcasts with my face up close, you'll see that there are little spots or moles on my face, and there's dots and everything, and like right there, bam, you'll see those dots there. It's kind of on the lighter side. And so my doctor recommended at some point in time I may want to have a dermatologist take a look at it. And so this morning he took a look at all my spots, and we actually removed one because it didn't quite match the other one. So I actually had a mole removed. I'm not going to show any pictures. I'm pretty sure that'll be disgusting. And then after I went to the dermatologist, I had a quick Zippy's mini breakfast of a single scoop of fried rice, bacon, 2 strips, and egg. And then following that, I went to train with my trainer, Jonah, at Pearl City 24, which I'm still at, or rather I revisited. So after the training session, where we did upper body and I was still exhausted afterward, I took a short break and had a ridiculously quick lunch and went to see my dentist, where I found out that although my teeth are in pretty good condition, they're starting to do a little chubby checker twist. They don't look so bad when you look at them up close, but x-rays are showing that they're kind of twisting to the side. And I've noticed because when I try to floss my teeth, some teeth are a little trickier to get in between, so there's a possibility that I might be getting Invisaligns or braces in the maybe near future. I don't know, it just depends on how my budget is doing. After the dentist, I'm losing track of myself, I decided to take a quick break at home and rest up, only to come back to Pearl City 24-Hour Fitness to partake a little late in Brandy's hip hop hustle class. For those of you who know me personally, and this is a weird fact about me, I used to have a certification for hip hop hustle, but I never taught it. And the reason for that is I'm not the most fit person. Although I'm pretty good at catching routines, and maybe I'm pretty good at kind of sharing the routines when my friends come with me to these group X classes at 24, whether they're hustle or Zumba, I never got to practice it. So it expired, and now I'm certificationless, which is okay, because I'm not planning on teaching any crazy group X classes anytime soon. But with that said, I'm now headed off to 24-Hour Fitness in Kapiolani, or Kapiolani Boulevard in Honolulu, which is close by where I work. Is that too much information? Probably. And I'm gonna partake in Mike's Zumba class. Mike is one of my favorite Zumba instructors along with Seti, and I have the rare occasion of being able to partake in his class because I don't work this evening, so I'm gonna do that. So wish me the best of luck. I'm already sweating like crazy. You can see the glistening going on my face. Hopefully I will survive. I will survive. I'm not gonna insert the song here, I promise. But that was my health and fitness, except for the food I ate, day. You will probably not see this PodKento podcast until a few weeks after. So this poses a good question for me after sharing a whole boatload of information right there. I'm trying to gauge so that I can keep up with my goal of making one podcast a week. But I noticed that there are some events that if I share that, by the time you see it, it's going to be way after the fact. And I don't know if it will seem irrelevant for you, But like for me thinking about it, it's a bit late in the game. It's like old news. I'm sharing old news later. So if you could provide a comment for those very few people who are looking at my podcast out there, I'd appreciate it. Leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, until the next PodKento, this is Kento signing out.